Transforming compacted clay the Amish way, a complete guide for your garden. Compacted clay soil can feel like the ultimate nemesis for gardeners. One day it bakes under the summer sun, cracking and hardening into a surface that, honestly, just defies every spade and tiller. The next, it floods after rain, forming dense puddles that drown tender roots. Many of us have spent countless hours digging, turning, and hauling clay, only to watch it stubbornly settle back into a cement-like mass within months. But what if I told you there's a better way, one the Amish have relied on for generations, a method that doesn't fight the clay, but rather works with it, transforming it into rich, sponge-like humus without endless labor or expensive soil amendments? Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, share it with your gardening friends, comment below with your experiences, and subscribe to Nature's Flora for more practical proven soil building techniques. The key to the Amish approach is layering instead of digging. Clay is tight because its tiny particles are packed closely together, leaving almost no space for air or water. Every time we dig or till, we collapse these particles further, creating an even denser structure. Instead of fighting the clay, the Amish layer carbon-rich materials over the soil and let time, moisture, and biology do the heavy lifting. By adding nitrogen-rich components on top of these carbon layers, they stimulate soil organisms that slowly work to pry apart the clay. Over months, the surface transforms into humus, a dark, crumbly material that retains moisture, drains excess water, and holds nutrients effectively. To start, the layering begins with carbon sources. Straw, fallen leaves, and even cardboard are spread directly over the compacted soil. Cardboard, in particular, plays a fascinating dual role. It acts as a weed barrier, preventing unwanted growth, but more importantly, it attracts fungi. When watered thoroughly, fungal threads start growing into the cardboard, and from there, they penetrate the clay beneath. These fungal networks create micropassages, allowing air, water, and nutrients to move through soil that once felt impenetrable. Meanwhile, worms and beetles begin exploring these softened layers, pulling organic matter deeper and further aiding soil loosening. Once the carbon layer is established, nitrogen-rich materials are added. Fresh manure, grass clippings, and green plant matter provide an immediate food source for microbes. The balance between carbon and nitrogen is critical. Too much carbon, and decomposition stalls. Too much nitrogen, and the soil becomes slimy and unstructured. A practical ratio the Amish often follow is 2 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen by volume. For instance, 2 wheelbarrows of shredded leaves or straw paired with 1 wheelbarrow of manure or clippings provides the perfect microbial fuel. Microbes consume the nitrogen to digest the carbon, producing sticky compounds that bind clay particles into aggregates, the building blocks of healthy soil. Humus formation is the ultimate goal. As organic matter breaks down and, fuses with clay particles, the soil transforms into this stable, dark substance that really resists rapid degradation. This fusion increases moisture retention while still allowing excess water to drain, improves nutrient availability, and supports a thriving ecosystem of microbes, fungi, and insects. Over the course of a year, the transformation is honestly striking. What was once pale, sticky clay turns a deep, earthy brown and crumbles easily in the hand, providing just an ideal medium for planting. Practical implementation is, surprisingly, really simple. For a raised bed measuring 4 by 8 feet, start with a layer of overlapping cardboard. You want to saturate it thoroughly to encourage fungal growth, then add about 3 to 4 inches of shredded leaves or straw. On top of that, place 2 inches of semi-composted manure mixed with grass clippings. Repeat the layering once more and finish with a light straw mulch to protect the surface. Keep the bed consistently moist but not waterlogged for about 6 weeks. During this time, fungal threads will weave through the cardboard and clay, and the soil below will start to crumble naturally. When planting season arrives, simply pull back the mulch to transplant seedlings. Roots will follow fungal trails into the loosened clay, establishing healthy growth without any mechanical intervention. What makes this method so effective is, really, its reliance on patience and minimal disturbance. Mechanical tilling may provide immediate results, but it destroys fungal networks and collapses aggregates, basically undoing months of microbial work. The Amish method trusts nature's engineers, fungi, worms, and bacteria, to do the mixing. By feeding them the right balance of carbon and nitrogen and, leaving them undisturbed, even the toughest clay can be transformed into productive, living soil. Each year, simply add another round of leaves and manure, avoiding tilling, and the soil will continue to build depth and humus. Over time, beds that once resisted all efforts will become rich, dark, and so easy to work. Compacted clay no longer needs to be your garden's curse. By following this layering strategy, feeding microbes, and allowing fungi to do the drilling, anyone can convert stubborn clay into a thriving, fertile garden foundation. If this guide resonates with your gardening journey, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to Nature's Flora to keep learning practical, time-tested techniques that restore soil, save labor, and make your garden flourish season after season.